Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just pulled up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you need to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need it.
One drink? I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really, yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
All right, welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things we'll be brought to you by is Dispose LLC. This is a garbage company doing great things, and all I need you to do is go to the website. You can see all the things I can do for you.
Right.
We can bring them wonderful cans to your house and get all that trash up out of here. You know, Corona was one of the biggest things that we had been dealing with for a minute and a half. But to me, there's a lot of junk in your closet you need to get rid of.
Yes.
And that garbage man can't handle that little trash can, so you can call me and we can get all that taken away. And all you gotta do is call us at Dispose LLC.
Yes.
Now I gotta get back to rocking with this man almost for 6 years now. Coming in this bad boy with a smile each and every time. Craftmatic, how you doing tonight, big baby?
Jay, I got a smile,
Man, you always smiling, baby.
but I'm tired right now.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm right there with you, bro. I can smile, but I'm gonna be wanting to
I'm
cry.
tired, bro. I'm tired right now, bud. And listen, I'm tired from partying, man.
You party like that, bro?
I partied like a rock star
All right,
on his
all right.
way into the pearly gates.
You held it down for us,
I
huh?
held it down, bro. I held it down. It was last 2 weeks have just been marvelous, traveling and hanging out with my kids. And of course, went to a party weekend with some fellas last weekend, and it was just beautiful, man. So I'm doing fabulous, bro. How you doing, Smooth
Man,
Jay?
I'm doing great.
I like
great.
that jacket you got on.
I appreciate that, my brother. You know, we just trying to change it up for
That
a little
might
bit.
fit
You know
me.
what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. Stuff coming missing, but we also got another person in the studio that came with us at the last show. Queen Anonymous is in the background. She don't want to be seen yet. How you doing tonight?
Yes, one love, blessed love, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I there, you know.
Yeah, I like it. It's that island stuff. Yeah.
Right.
You like, what she just say?
I don't know. I don't know.
We keep it real up in here.
Okay, I'm alright. Give thanks for life, you know. I'm here,
Okay.
you know.
Yes.
It's a blessing. Yeah, man.
I'm glad to have you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, you gave us some great input last time, and we're looking forward to hearing from you later on here in the show.
Yes.
We want to go ahead and introduce ourselves. This is Bar Talk with Jay.
Yes.
My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
In the building.
And of course, we are here to inspire your minds with a great dialogue. Tonight's topic is, if a person showed you trust, love, and honesty,
Mm-hmm.
but not monogamy, do you stay or move on?
You know I'm having fun.
Do you
with
stay
this.
or move on?
You know I'm having fun.
I
with
can't wait to hear your answers.
okay.
You have the most interesting answers I have ever heard,
I'm
and
just-
it's just such a pleasure that you're my
Hey,
my co-host here.
I'm
on
just
the
telling you,
show.
somebody threw this at me.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it.
Okay.
And of course, we want you folks to just bask in this dialogue.
Yes.
Determine what's good for you, what's not good for you. What are you going to do as a result of hearing what you heard? How do our stories and opinions fit you? Are you against them? The key here is for as you listen to this show, we're all dealing with love and relationship kind of stuff all throughout our life. Let's take some nuggets out of this and hold on to them as strongholds. So when you get to the situation, you'll already have a defense and you'll have a mindset to be able to get through these types of situations.
Right.
And that's what Jay and I have come together to do, was share his vision. He always says, after you get the first drink, doors are open.
Come on now.
So our doors are open
Yes.
even before the first drink. Right?
Ain't no last call for
Ain't no
alcohol.
last calls here. Right? So enjoy the show. Of course, we always start the show off with a prayer.
Yeah, give it to me.
And tonight I'm going to do something just a little different.
Okay, what we got?
There are a lot of people who are hurting in the world.
Oh, yes.
And, from a ministerial perspective, from wanting to be a great leader in this world, I ask myself, what do people need to overcome their emotional hurdles or feelings of depression. And because I am a mental scientist, I believe that we simply just need to identify the destinations. Oftentimes we think of destinations as hardcore physical places, but some destinations are soft and very spiritual. The destination of happiness can't be measured by worldly things and stuff, right?
That's right.
And so this is designed to help each person identify where we really want to be in life, and we're going to ask God to bless us in that.
All right.
And so, Heavenly Father, we thank you for another great night to do this show. We thank you that you are here with us. And we thank you for all the graces and mercies that you have put upon our lives. We are truly, truly grateful. Tonight, Heavenly Father, we ask you to help us deal with our emotions and the spirit of depression or sadness. We're asking, Heavenly Father, that you allow us to feel safe, to experience genuine emotions, to experience love, to find joy, and to live in peace and comfort, not just in the world, but in our hearts and in our minds. Allow us, Father, to have no regrets and to live with a lively spirit, a jovial personality, to be filled with glee and have cheerful days and enthusiastic attitude about life. Give us the feeling of satisfaction in our spirits and in our minds. Good days and peaceful sleep. Help us, Father, to have a relaxed mindset and to even more so love ourselves. We ask him, Father, that we would get rid of worry. We rebuke worry. We ask for love and happiness and to be truly grateful in our hearts. Allow, Lord, the pressure release valve to be pushed right now in all of our lives and give us more freedom, more good living, free of pain, an inner glow, and a walk and a step about life that is meaningful and purposeful. Allow us, Father, to be fun-loving and to be filled with joy in every part of our spirits, to be self-assured and to stay active, to be faith-filled and well cared for, to have a calm attitude and a strong character, to have spiritual enlightenment and a strong mind, to remove all stress and grow strong and to believe in ourselves, to be totally pleased and have a calm demeanor. No more upset, Lord. We're asking that you would just fill our spirit with a calm peace, a peace that passeth all understanding. Be with us here tonight in this show. Speak your word and liberate us with your divine intelligence. We ask this in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Ooh, amen. Ooh, wait.
Amen.
If you didn't feel that one, I don't know what you're feeling. Woo, that went to your soul.
Yeah, man, that went to my soul.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo.
All that partying got you focused.
Yeah, man. You know, when I create these prayers, it's me reaching for the unknown. You know, sometimes, you know, when I ask for the pressure release valve to be pushed, I'm not really sure what I'm talking about. But I know that there's something that's aggravating me, and I'm asking that the Lord just take it off of me.
I don't know.
You know?
It kind of showed me your faith.
Yeah, most certainly. My faith.
At work.
You got the faith. You got the faith, man.
Yeah.
I have it.
I have faith in that spoken word.
Okay.
So, and we can talk about that all night long, you know.
We will.
So let's go ahead and move on to our quote for the day.
All right.
It is an excellent quote. Miss Barr put this together,
Macon, Georgia.
and she got a powerful word to say to us. It goes like this: sometimes change is not what we want, but it might be what we need. Not everything is meant to be forever.
I like that.
How would you comment on that, Miss Queen?
I believe that. I believe that. Because sometimes we don't want to go, let's say you have to change where you live or anything, and sometimes it's the Most High just pushing forward for better things, you know?
Yes. It's hard. It's hard to start packing up.
You don't want to go. You don't want to, but
Plus, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
Believe
and
you me.
different things, you know. You don't want. Sometimes you just don't want to go. Even in certain relationships, you don't want to leave.
Hold
Yeah.
on too
You
long.
be really holding on, clinging on, but because you
Yeah.
don't want to get to know new things, new people, and
Yes.
especially me, I'm shy,
Yes.
extra shy. I don't know.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
we see you
it's
won't even
hard.
get on the
It's
camera.
hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the changes.
hard.
Sometimes is good. You know,
Yeah.
it's the divine directing us in another path that probably we need, and we too weak to do it ourselves. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly right. Sometimes change is not what we want, but it might be what we need. Sometimes in the back of our mind, we're asking God to deliver us. We're asking for this prosperity. We're asking for this healing. And we're asking for this. And you should know that you're not going to receive those things where you are.
Not where you are, no, because you don't have it. Right?
You're not going to receive it where you are. And so something has to change. And it's not the change that you don't want the change to happen the way it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But it had to happen that way for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was designed for you. I wrote some notes here. There's a beginning and an end of everything. Correct. And I call them seasons. And sometimes there is a season where change comes upon you, and we fight it. And sometimes the change will come upon you, and you push it off for a whole year. Right? And you should know that it's inevitable if you're going to achieve what your heart's desire. It's inevitable. And so there's a beginning and an end to everything, and sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yes, indeed it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow. And the first thing I thought about was that soulmates may not be designed to be forever.
Yeah,
that kind of hurts, right?
Yeah,
it hurts because it only hurts because our expectations is that we're gonna find this, special someone, and they're gonna be there forever.
Right.
And perhaps they're not meant to be there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can force feed it if you want to, but it's gonna cost you some challenging days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's gonna cost you some dark nights if you're gonna defy the law of gravity. You can defy the law of gravity, and love can also, can overcome all of that, But, sometimes change has to take place, and I encourage it in my life. I find myself in many occasions being uncomfortable, not knowing, spending money I'm not sure I should spend, but I'm living on my faith, and I do 100% commission job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes it ain't gonna be good days, but it's gonna be a change.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't sold a car in a week or 10 days, but you know what? There's gonna be a change. Or you know what? Things are riding high right now. I'm selling all the cars on the lot, and next thing you know, there's a lull. And I start not selling things. There's gonna be a change. And what that change was really doing was saying, "Hey, Stacy, sit down and take care of your business." Because I already filled your buckets and your wine glasses. I already filled you to overflowing. So now it's time to take that resource that you done created and go and apply it and put it somewhere. Right? And sometimes those seasons causes us to know where we are in life and to become aligned with the world,
Yes.
So not everything is meant forever. And I think everything has an end, and it's unfortunate, but we just have to learn how to hold on to old things. You don't hold on to old things like you hold on to current things and to new things, The old things, you got to find a soft place in your heart to remember it. You know what I mean? You got to find hey, you know what? I went through that abusive relationship, but you know what? Now I'm free. I know what God can do. I know what God can do. Ain't no trouble that can come upon me that could be worse than what I faced then. So I know I'm free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Find the good in everything. And
find the good in everything. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I used to I still live by that. But I used to really, really dial in on. I'd pass somebody with an accident on the side of the road, and I was like, "Oh, somebody needed some rest. Oh, somebody needed some attention. Oh, somebody's looking for a new car." And so I would let my mind always go. I try in every fiber of my being to think like Christ would think. Christ wouldn't think that accident is a bad thing. He would think that God is orchestrating itself, and he's doing what he needs to get done for those people. So,
that lets you know how different we are. I'll be looking and I see that accident. I'll be like, somebody wasn't paying attention. Somebody broke down in the middle of the road. You be like, you knew that car wasn't going to make it. You knew when you left the house.
They walk out alive with something good for them,
Something good will always come out of it.
Yeah, something good.
The universe, I believe, is always moving into a greater good.
Greater good.
So what else been going on with your Smooth J?
Man, let me tell you, I got so much on my plate, man. But one of the things I can tell you is continue to push forward, regardless of what's going on right now with the war and everything else. You know,
Yeah.
the coronavirus, you still got people out there that's
Right.
still fighting that, arguing about masks or whatnot. I really want to make sure everybody's living, because you hit one key thing. We pretty much not going to live forever. But are you living? Are you taking the time to live?
That's powerful.
Are you even getting anything accomplished? Are you just here? And I really feel like everybody has a purpose. You got to dig down and find out what it is and seek it, and then you understand your happiness. Because as long as you're just doing something because somebody told you to, I don't think you'll really find your true happiness. And I think you're going to be living in a sustained world of what everybody else do.
Yeah.
I really think you need to come out and be the best you.
Yes.
And when you are, you'll be happy, and everybody else will see you glow, you shine. It ain't always just the riches. It's the happiness that's going to get you to a further place.
Yeah.
And I like to see right now, I'm not always seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of rudeness. I'm seeing people hurting one another for no good reason. And I really feel like we need to get away from that. I think this pandemic made it even worse, because now you going around and you just blurring out ignorance instead of really a helpful hand. You know, a person cough, you scared.
Yeah, and see, and watch this, Jay. I'm trying to find the good in what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
That he's telling us the truth.
Mhm.
He's showing us these truths that we couldn't get to without a pandemic. And we need to be grateful even for the sign of the times, you know.
Mhm.
So, you know, just something to think about, man. Just
Oh,
something to think about. I
so
love your dialogue, though. Yeah, it's we need. Are you living? That's the question here. That's the question. Are you living? And so we're gonna get ready to go ahead and take our first break. And of course, I got a couple of great songs here. I hope you enjoy them. And we do not own the rights to them, but enjoy them yet still.
Yes.
We'll be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay. Right after this.
Crab Magic.
That's the second one I have for you, boy. Woo!
Okay.
I'll play it in a little bit.
All right.
So, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm interested to hear what my co-host has to say.
I know you are.
If a person showed you trust, love, and honesty,
Uh-huh.
but not monogamy,
Mhm.
do you stay or move on?
All right. Well, let me make it clear. This is aimed at me. Let's just get it out.
This
the
question
way.
was aimed at
This
you.
was aimed at me.
Somebody sent you this question.
Somebody sent me this question. I said
Oh,
I'll talk
shit.
about it. I ain't got a problem.
I
So
love the
I'm
realness.
gonna get it out the way, because again, I don't want nobody to guess. I mean, that's me being as honest as I can be. The only thing I say is, you know, the monogamy part of it is something I say on the upfront. So it ain't she see it, because that's not really true. She didn't see that at all. I told it. I told her on the upfront
You told her what?
that I didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
And then I say that to anybody that I normally date on the upfront. Now, at this point, it gives them a choice if they want to date me or not. I like it a little bit better, because I really feel like a lot of people push me into a monogamous relationship, and they're not being real to themselves, because they still have a little black book, and they still doing what they want to do, but they want to lock me down and make me where I can't see nothing else. And I got a lot going on in my life, and I really feel like that can make me waste my time. I'm still trying to get to know you and find the best person for me. And now you want to keep me from talking to anybody and control me. And then you doing what you want to do behind my back. You still,
Wait,
still
hold
talking
on.
to your
Here's the
ex.
question. Here's the question. You truly believe she doing some other stuff?
I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I will find out through time. Now, how can I really say it? I just met you. I can't put everybody in the same boat.
Yeah.
But as I get to know you, I'm trying to find out. But when you lock a person down, you're ensuring that I'm not doing anything. I can't be sure of what you was doing, who you was talking to before you met me, your date book, things that you was doing, your male friends. No, we all know you're a female, you got male friends. These just brothers just sitting waiting to get in. All they need is a little slip up. And they right there, and they ain't acting like no friend. We want to be a boyfriend real quick. And I understand the game. I don't really care to do all that, because my whole thing is what I want is what I want. And I didn't show her I didn't want to be a monogamous. I said it. When I said it, it is maybe stated for later. But why just do it all on up front? And I don't know you like that. That's just how I am. I want to be more honest when I'm dealing with a lot of dishonesty. A lot of times people will say, yeah, we'll be in a monogamous relationship, knowing good and well you still want to holler at your ex, still want to do what you want to do, but I just want to shut her up and make her somewhat happy before I can get what I want.
And so ideally in that scenario, what would you want? How would, like, I'm trying to understand this thing. We got trust, loyalty, and honesty, but no monogamy. So what is your expectations for her?
Okay. It was still a relationship.
It's a relationship that is not based at all on sex.
It's a relationship that I didn't put rules that you can't talk to anybody else. You can't do all this. While we're talking,
so you're just friends.
We are friends, and it might lead to a lot more. And whatever it might lead to, we two adults. That's what it can be, or it don't have to be anything. Right. You can tell me that ain't what you want, and you can walk away. That's totally your choice. Yeah. But this person told you she's seen everything else in me. She didn't see me with a bunch of other women. That's not it. Okay, and the reason why I don't have to do all that.
She may not have seen you with any of that. All she knows is that you're a good guy. You treat her with love. You know, you might trust her to come to your house, or manage some money if y'all doing a project or going on a trip. Yeah, but
she wanted monogamy because that's what she was used to. That's what she wanted. Now, flip side is when I met her, she was doing what she wanted to do. She was dating other people. Not to pull all her business out there, but we had this conversation. It took years, and then she finally decided to leave them alone. I ain't never forced her to do any of that. Yeah. But then once she did it, it's like, okay, now you need to drop all what you do.
You know my problem with what you just said? Leave them alone. God damn, what she doing? Hey,
I gotta be honest. Let me tell you how she said it to me.
What?
She was like, what one of the jobs you gonna take over? This is what we're talking, trying to get to know each other quite well. She's like, yeah, so what one of the jobs you gonna take over? I tell you, better keep them for all this. I ain't doing nothing. I said it then, and to this very day, I still did. Because again, I stand by myself what I stand for. I don't have to do what everybody else do. They did what they do to stay with her for whatever reason that they chose. That was their situation. Had nothing to do with me, and it wasn't going to be.
So what I'm hearing, and I think I'm trying to bring out the good points here, what I'm hearing is that you can have a great relationship with a person without expecting monogamy.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what that calls for, part of the formula to success here, is that you can't be worried about where they're going when they leave you.
Correct.
And when they're not with you.
Especially when you got your own thing going.
Yeah, but part of your thing going might be him or her. You know what I'm saying? Right? Listen, the good loving that you get each week.
I'm just in here like, what? A woman have so much other things to do? Like, and then tell one person follow my lead. After everything, I don't know. I'm lost.
You lost?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're going to try to help you out.
Here's the thing.
Lostness.
Here's the thing. This whole dialogue is about two people who potentially are friends.
Okay. Friends,
right?
good. Yeah.
They friends, they like each other, they have trust, they have loyalty, they have love upon one another, right? They care for one another. And there's two branches to this road now. One branch is they're having sex, and the other branch is they're not having sex. If they're having sex, she is going to long for more than monogamy. She longs for monogamy. She longs to I might be my man. This might be my man, but she's not gonna push it. She just chill. Maybe she got a few other things she's prospecting on or whatever. She's not out in the street, throwing that all out into the world. But with sex, it's gonna make it more difficult for her not to want monogamy. Right?
Good sex. If it ain't,
if it happens regularly, then it's gonna be good. So otherwise, it'll fade off. Now, if they're not having sex, and he treats her with loyalty, love, and trust, but don't want monogamy, she probably can stand in that gap, and she probably can be his friend. They may be his friend for years, and then her situation changed. She ended up falling in love with somebody, getting married, but he can still be her friend, right? And they made it through the hardship of it. I'm typically not of the notion that men and women can be friends until the sexual energy has been taken care of. And sometimes that means you deal with it and you either had sex or you didn't have sex and you just respected one another to not go there now. But until that's addressed, one of those two ends of the spectrum, men and women can't be friends. because one or the other always gonna be looking at the other. Like, I can't wait to hit the. You know what? She broke up with her boyfriend. She's sad tonight. She want to go out. I might be able to hit it tonight. And he been waiting for 2 years, right? So it you know, it's one of those things, right? That's real talk. I came to the notion in this question.
What's that?
If a person showed you trust, love, and honesty, but not monogamy, do you stay or move on? The first thing that hit my mind is there's cheating going on, right? So if a man or a woman, they've been good to you, they've been good to you, y'all had great love and trust and honesty, and all of a sudden they cheat. You know, and so now you're not monogamous anymore. It upsets the environment. Do you stay or do you leave?
No.
Is that the same question?
No, because he just changed it up. Because you put in a monogamous relationship, yes, that is cheating. But when you don't have that, there is no cheating.
Okay, let's talk about in a relationship, because let's kind of move on to discussion to a cheating scenario. Okay. Right? You're married, you got a fiance, you got a boyfriend or girlfriend, y'all been together for a couple of years, whatever, you know. You love each other, your families know each other, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to build a life together, and then somebody, you know, doesn't want monogamy or wants to cheat. What do you do?
Now that one right there is going to take a little bit of where are they at? Like I said, if they are building and they're growing together, some people can give you a slip up or give you a pass. But this depends on how well you treated them to make them even feel that point. Some people feel that's automatically a deal breaker, where they can't tolerate that and they're not going to put up with that. Now, when you know somebody's dealing with this and that's them, that judgmental right there is why they automatically want to put somebody in a monogamous relationship. You immediately lock it down because of the hurt that they just went through. I'm not out trying to hurt you like that. That's not even my whole thing. That's why I want to leave the monogamy off the table, because I don't want to put it on the table, because at that point, you can continue talking to whoever you talk to, I talk to whoever I want. There is no cheating, okay? And and when we decide that we need to just be with each other, we don't need to be with anything, that's a conversation piece that can always come back up. Not a problem. But on up front, that's why I get my behind handed to me, is because I usually sit down, and I'm talking about the first date, second date, don't even make me a difference. I feel like we're going to date anymore. I'm telling them on up front, I'm not really looking for a monogamous relationship. And then automatically, oh, so you must got somebody else, this, that, the other. And it doesn't always end up to be true. Yeah. But my whole thing is, why play that game?
Let's talk about being cheated in a relationship, right?
Okay.
Right. I mean, when the person, I'm trying to get right to the thing here. If a person showed you trust, love, and honesty, the relationship is going well, marriage, whatever, and then, but not monogamy. At some point, somebody breaks the code of monogamy. Do you stay or do you leave?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Once
you said a good one. You said a good one. This depends on how they treated you.
And also remember,
and the circumstance.
But when we made that pact that we're gonna get into a monogamous relationship, then somebody broke that. You understand that?
Right.
That's a commitment that we give into each other, and then you broke it. So it makes it very difficult and hard for me to see you as my Mrs. Hoggerbrook walking side by side with me,
knowing that
you want other people.
Yeah.
And this is something clearly that we spoke on, and then you going behind my back doing what you want to do, but you still want me. You still a good dude. You pay for everything, but Tommy over here, you know, he just do this one thing that I really love. Okay? So we gonna have a problem here, because I didn't know he was gonna be in this equation. So at that point, I'm gonna have to make a decision. And I will probably say I would let you go be with Tommy.
You know what? I'm gonna say it, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it now. This is a little story that I think happens to a lot of men, right? You know, women have a tendency to be, you know, sexy, right, in their dress. And if you're with your man, you're in a little sexy, and let's say you go to a house party, you know what I mean, and you find yourself, the woman overdoes her sexiness a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in being too close to other people or talking to some guy too long.
Overly friendly.
Right, overly friendly, right? That you potentially could be on your way to a great relationship. But when a man sees that in his woman, he may never say anything about it, but that will be a great reservation in him when it's time to be monogamous. He's not going to trust you, and you're not going to know why he don't trust you, but the reason he doesn't trust you is because he's seen your tendencies. He done seen you got a tendency on your second drink to start getting flirtatious and real loose and grabbing on people and stuff like that. And you go on the corporate party, it's Saturday night, you on your second drink. He already know what mindset you in. And so he will refrain from asking you to marry him for years. He'll stay there. You know what I'm saying? Love, trust. He'll trust you and love you and give his all and bring his paycheck home. He'll do all that kind of stuff. But he will not allow you to have a monogamous relationship with him because he don't trust you.
That's correct.
And a lot of women don't get that sometimes.
Because they feel like they didn't do anything. It was just flirting.
They feel I didn't sleep with them. Well, they're not. They really, I don't think, pay attention oftentimes to how that might affect their special someone. You know what I mean? If every time we go out, you have to have on the shortest skirt, it tells me that you're really probably interested in showing off to somebody else. And
for what reason?
Yeah, for what reason? And I understand you want to look good for me, but looking good for me ain't showing your ass off to everybody else.
Especially
so now I'll take you out and we be ladies, but I'm probably not going. I'm probably not going to go down that lane with you, right? Because I can't change you. I'm not going to try to change it. Right. You can't see that, in my opinion, is not ladylike. It's not a classy lady outfit. If you can't see that, then I'll don't mean I'm gonna leave you, but I ain't gonna ask you to marry me.
It sounds like you just put her in the season. It might not be a long season either.
Well, she can call the shot how long the season goes. Hey, don't be surprised if I don't take you to the after 5 dinner party. Don't be surprised if
just know I'll be over though.
Yeah, about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
But on that list, I gotta say, on the list now, he named, say those 3 things that he said he was honest, right?
Yeah, trust, loyal, love, and honesty.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot because you can't even find that sometime in friends.
Yes.
Friends for 20 years and they were honest and loyal and all the things
One of the things I think about when we all think about our grandparents.
Right.
We all done had some uncles and aunties and grandparents to cheat or have kids outside. I have kids outside of their marriage, and oftentimes the wife or the husband knew about it. Most of the time the wife knew that the husband had been cheating. But the love and the trust and the honesty in the household was so rich.
It's hard to find that there's key points in life.
Yes.
Man, that's hard to find.
They stuck in there because the love was so good. So man, that's neat. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna play another track. We don't have the rights to this music, but we're gonna be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay right after this. Opportunity to get a woman's opinion tonight.
Queen Anonymous.
We're going to let her speak on this subject here for a moment. I want you to be concise so us men can understand, right?
Yes.
But how do you and how do women feel about monogamy?
What they feel about a man telling them honestly about monogamy or a man who not telling them nothing. It's a different thing.
No. Do women seek monogamy for the most part, or do they seek playing? Do they seek being single? Where's women's heads at nowadays?
Well, you have so much different type of women, and I'm just gonna give my idea.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't want the trust and honesty and all the qualities first because they're hard to find. You see, and hard to find because. At the end of the day, a woman can't be a man, though. You understand? We can't say, well, if you're not monogamous, then I ain't gonna go out here and do it. It's a whole different thing with a woman. A woman can't do them things. No. Man gonna slip up. They might not tell you. I mean, at least a man telling you up front, listen, But you don't know where his heart gonna go at the end. And when he see you, he learning you. So he learning you. So he ain't gonna just throw himself out there, and unless he's lying and say he gonna do that all at one time.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you done see the man for months, and you see that he got all these 3 other qualities. You know the list. You can say the list again for me.
Love, trust, and honesty.
Love, trust, and honesty. That's a lot of things. You understand? So you don't see him have these 3 things, but the last thing you don't see about him being monogamous.
Right.
And then when you come from the beginning, you have more men too, or you was doing different things too.
Okay.
But when it come down, I don't know if they left you or slapped away you or beat you up or something like that. It didn't turn out good. Now you want this man to sit down with you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's an unbalanced thing. It's like a mind control thing, like a person that's really a narcissist. I got to say it because you want to bend the man.
You want it all.
You want everything, but are you everything? Because guess what? At the first beginning, the man met you with you was doing your thing.
Right.
You want a woman, a queen, walking around here, just being honest and God. You know, you not tell him straight up, you not around every day, he not around every day, but you doing your thing, you doing your thing. But when everything crumble, you want to take charge and say, boom, you can't do this no more, I don't want it. But you got all these 3 things. Name it again.
Love, trust, and honesty.
Love, trust, and honesty? You can't even find that from your best friend for 20 years. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
So the person told him that he's these things, and you want to throw that away? Wow. Over some sexual thing?
Now that's interesting. Now that let's address that, because what you just suggested is that the sexual thing is not really a big thing.
It's not really a big thing. We've got all them 3 big things there. Man, listen, it's so hard to find someone honest,
Yes.
wanting,
Yes.
and love you
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Because a love and caring is a bundle that come with it. Love you.
Right. Right.
All right. And
But he ain't gonna be home every night.
what?
You got love, trust, and honesty, but he coming in late.
All right.
every night.
When you get that idea for him, let's put it that way there. Can see me? I just told you, those things hard to find. Even in your family, you can hardly find them 3 qualities there. You're
Yeah.
crazy. You think I would throw that away? No, man. Not me.
Well, that's good. That's good, because
Let me-
I don't believe you should throw it away.
No.
But see, you know, if somebody's been good to you,
Right.
love, trust, and honesty,
Mm-hmm.
and then they out sleeping with somebody else or out dating somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
you have to decide what's more important to you.
Yeah, you have to decide.
Now, at that point, all the trust, all the love, and all the honesty has been thrown out the door.
it's done now, but it's depending on how long you know this person.
It ain't gonna matter to me.
Because
hey,
guess what?
I'm like the boy.
It's
on,
like when you go shopping for shoes, right?
Okay.
You go shopping for some shoes.
Mhm.
You like the shoes, right? Until you put them on your foot.
Right.
They might hurt your foot, but they look good. You understand? And then when you walk a mile, the shoes that hurt your foot, you don't like them shoes no more. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a point that, man, it's so hard to find somebody honest. I'm looking for my life experience.
Right.
You understand? Honest and love you. Because some people don't care about you at all. They love what you can do in a bed and everything. But sometimes people put sex before anything. If a man don't have sex with them, they don't think a man love them. You understand? If a man go 2 weeks without having sex with someone that they think they're close to, they automatically think they cheated. But the man could be busy working on his things. We don't know.
Yeah.
But if a man don't have sex with them, they're going to feel like he's stepping out already. So automatically the trust going to go
And
because
listen,
your mindset is on sex.
If a man is sleeping with a woman every night and ain't having sex with her, something wrong.
And listen, no, I'm saying that.
I mean, it could be distance.
I mean, it's saying it's the two people don't live together,
Right.
and you don't see them every day.
Yeah.
Right.
And then a man come over your house and y'all just eat breakfast and he go out the door. You're gonna think, hey, it's
Listen,
if it's all about the
I want to
sex.
say something about something you said a minute ago,
What's
right? There ain't enough love, trust, and
No.
honesty in
No,
the
man.
world. Hold on. There ain't enough love, trust, and honesty in the world for anybody to walk around with hurting shoes.
No, I'm just
No. Now, here's the thing. Now, You can love, trust, and honesty all you want in the world, but I'm not gonna be around allowing you to cheat on me. I'm not gonna be around you know what I'm saying, letting you. If that's what you want out there, you can. All the love and trust and honesty is not enough if you gonna be with somebody else.
But his story is a little different. He said from the beginning, he told the person, this is what he's not looking for.
Yeah,
right?
but we talking about relationship.
Oh, you're talking about anybody in general, not his team.
You're in a relationship. Yeah, we talking about
a regular relationship.
And
what I'm saying is, no matter how good this person has treated me, no matter they've been through with me with thick and thin, but if they want somebody else, they need to go be with them.
Right.
And there's nothing else to say on the subject.
But
you know what I mean?
that's different from what the first story. I'm just going by the first story.
Okay.
Now on that hand, now if you with somebody and then they keep stepping off on you, of course that's not a balance, and it's gonna hurt somebody. Somebody getting hurt and they don't need to be hurt if the person clean up them slate and them doing what's right on that part there, then that when it come to be a whole different thing. You understand? Because the person gonna be hurting that somebody is going out and they ain't doing their part. You doing all the fighting, you doing all the trying to keep the relationship going, and the person stepping out on you. That's a whole different thing from the first scenario we got there. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Now, that's when the heart get into it.
Right.
The heart get into it. It's really get, oh boy.
Now,
It'll get
this
messy.
is one of the reasons why I actually said I didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship. It's not just because of the fact that I like to sleep around with all these other people. My whole thing is I was really looking at the fact that a lot of people lie on the upfront.
Huh?
And a lot of women push you for monogamy, but the bottom line is once you enter that, that's what it is. And if I try to seek out and be with somebody else, then it is cheating, period. Because I made that commitment when that got thrown at me. Mm-hmm. So now I fight that on the upfront, seeing that I have not really spent any time with you, don't know you like that. So I throw the first piece out there. I like to get to know you, but I'm not looking for a monogamous relationship. Not saying I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for a monogamous one that you can lock me in and say, catch me on the phone talking to somebody and all of a sudden I'm cheating. Now, see, that's what happens when somebody lock you in, but yet I can look over there at you and you on your phone texting somebody else, but yet you trying to lock me in a monogamous situation, and I'm already having problems with it because of where you at. Let's learn each other first before we even start locking each other down in any kind of fashion or form, because we probably ain't right for each other. We don't know. But I'm noticing now on the upfront, I want a serious relationship. I want a monogamous relationship. And you're going to be my husband. You ain't even spent no time with me. Because they've been hurt through other relationships. Yeah. So now the relationships they want with me is directed. They directing all their pains onto what they don't want from me. They giving me a playbook, but I don't need it. I don't need your hurt and your pain. That's what God put you through, not me. I have my own. Yeah. So let me show you me and give me an opportunity to be me instead of telling me what to be. And that's what I dealt with when you dating somebody. They constantly batter you with how they feel you should be for them. So you want to change me and mold me for be a perfect person for you when I'm my own damn person. And I don't just change for nobody unless it's the person that's changing me for a better me. That's a whole lot different than what I've been seeing. Most people don't look into you to see that you need to be doing these things to better your life, period. No, it's to better their situation.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. Of the 3 qualities that we named here, and we probably should have named a dozen more, right? Mm-hmm. But of the trust, love, and honesty, which one could we do without? Love, trust, and honesty. Which one of the 3 could we do without?
What?
Which one could we do without and have a relationship? Is there any? Could we do without one?
Not really. What?
Love, trust, and honesty.
Forget it, man. Push out love.
Push out love. That's exactly what I said. Push love out.
Push love out.
Because see, honesty,
you know what I'm saying?
I need
and
that.
Trust, those are 2 huge key components, and I promise you, if we keep them 2 up, love will come.
But
we don't have to have it on the upfront.
All them good things.
That will.
Happiness coming with that. But the honesty and the trust, brother, it's the hardest.
It's hard
to have. Yeah.
It's hard for me to continue on.
And you know, the word that we probably could replace with love is respect.
Oh,
yeah, respect.
Right. I gotta have that.
They want the respect. Trust it.
Yeah. If I had trust, respect, and honesty, and I didn't have love, I probably could have a lifetime relationship
Yes,
with that
I
person.
promise you,
Right.
you will fall in love with that.
You will fall in love.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
listen, for number one on the upfront, you get an honesty. Whoa. If I ask you a question, you're always gonna tell me the truth. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love
Start
it.
hitting you right between the eyes.
What?
You know?
I mean-
but listen, people who hit you, oftentimes people who hit you right between the eyes, you don't like them.
You don't, but you grow to respect them though.
You grow to respect them, but they might be telling you some stuff that you don't want to hear.
Well, take
But
it down.
It's
But
like
you-
shock treatment.
But you
sometimes.
got to think about it. A lot of times, no one else is doing that for you.
Well, right,
And,
but
that's could
but-
be the helpful edge you need
But you try
to see a
you
change.
trying to get to know somebody, and they be like, "Well, shit, you know, my body counts 85," and you be like, "Well, damn, you're super honest."
I
you
mean,
know
you're
what I'm
super
saying?
honest. But did you learn anything from 85? I mean, I need to know your skill level.
Yeah,
and, you
right,
know,
right,
for
right.
me.
But
Right.
when you get honesty, you're gonna get trust because you telling the truth all the time. You're gonna come in a pack.
It
It
helps.
should.
It's
Because
gonna
lies
help a
show.
lot. It's gonna help because,
Yeah.
boom, if I ask you a question, you tell me the truth, and no matter how bad it is, I love it. I want that because truth and honesty. Oh man,
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, and we
That's
can
big.
put all kind of situations and circumstances in there where you might have trust, but you don't have honesty.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right? You know what I'm
you
saying?
can have that.
Yeah,
You can have
Oh,
trust,
yeah.
but the honesty is something serious.
It is. It is. And, you know, there's a lack of integrity in the world. One of the things I wrote here, I think Jay hit on it. It just seems like whether you are in a relationship or not, that people are so full of mischief.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you got to wade through the water to figure out which mischief you willing to take down the long haul. But you're going to take a little bit from everybody.
Yeah, you
right?
do. Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of a sad reality, but it is a real reality if you're going to be in love. You know, you know, I'm observing my daughter's relationship, and she's been with her fiance for 2 years now, and I know that they probably have some disagreements, and there's probably been some challenging times, and maybe they almost got to a place where they didn't make it or whatever. But to experience that, you know, that love, ooh, that's so good. Listen, I'm all for a monogamous relationship. I believe that the greatest potential for love is in a monogamous relationship. I believe the greatest connection, the greatest strength of two people. I believe the greatest support and the greatest inspiration comes from two people. And you know, one of my favorite things to see is a thriving couple. A thriving couple is just
It's
something
beautiful,
special.
man. Yeah.
You know, I mean, to people who aren't interested in that or don't know what a real love relationship is,
Right.
it looks like those two are all over each other. All the
It's
time.
magnetic.
Yeah, they done been in the party for an hour and somehow they end up a little simple kiss 5 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's sitting in his
that's
lap.
nice, man.
She fixing his dinner, his plate. They over there laughing,
that's
talking
nice.
and pointing at people.
And then we get tired of each other. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man, there's just something special about that. I met many a couple who, you know, I'm sure they had their hurdles and hardships, but they were making it and they looked like they were having fun together. They looked like they were experiencing beautiful love.
But
And I commend that. I seek that within
it's
my own
beautiful,
life.
but sometimes people think sex more important than anything, you know?
Well, see, what happens is that the sex happens kind of early sometimes, and we don't get to experience that respect part or that honesty part or that trust part right yet. You know what I mean? And not to mention, you when you meet somebody and you're early in the game, you're not really wanting to tell them your bag. You're not really wanting to tell them your stuff, right? And so it's not that you're not wanting to be honest and you're not untrustworthy.
Yeah.
It just ain't time to tell you the truth. It just ain't time to give you the
But
real deal. Because
how much years are going on with this person hold back and don't tell you?
well, you know, it's kind of like the two people. You know how the circle spins and it spins faster and faster and faster and faster. Well, as the circle starts to spin faster and faster, everybody's gonna start to see the real truth.
That's true.
You know, and then
It unwind itself.
yeah, absolutely. You're gonna come into the real. Because the person is, they can't hide from you, but so long. You know what I mean? They really can't hide from him for long. Even though we know relationships that have been together 10, 20, 30 years and they're still learning new things about their significant other. So, but I believe that this love thing, and I think everyone to some degree is wanting, seeking, hoping for, at least admire and want love. Some of us have had enough love, and that makes it hard to commit to a new love. I done loved. I don't need all that goes with that anymore. We can have trust and we can have honesty, but you're not going to belong to me only, and I'm not going to belong to you only, right? And I think that's the scenario that Jay been
again. I like the fact that y'all said how monogamy can be, and I would like that, and for any and everybody. But my whole thing on the upfront of meeting somebody and ask for it, my whole thing is to push you to be more honest. And if that's not what you feel, then you say it on the upfront. It gives you backlash. I promise you, I've had a lot of it. But my whole thing is stand strong for something, or you're going to end up falling with the same thing that most people do. What they normally do, get in a monogamous relationship, even though they're not really to be monogamous. They're willing to have a side person. They're willing to do this other stuff. That's where the hurt comes from. It's hard to trust a person when you're showing me that we got this set up to be just me and you over here flirting with other people, talking to other folks. You know, that's where all that comes from.
You're showing your character, yeah.
If I just did it on upfront and said I didn't want to be in a long relationship, it doesn't mean I don't want to show you respect, honesty, or any of that. Or show that I want to show you these other women and throw them in your face. It's not. You got to be a respectful person to understand. I just can't fall victim to the same bullcrap that's already out here. Yeah. I want to play a different game. This game is us getting to know each other, and then we make that decision. Yeah. That's why I did that. And believe me, I get my ass handed for it. Yeah. Because no one likes that, because they like it their way. Yeah. This is the way everybody do it. You ought to do it this way. I'm not everybody. I don't have to. This is the way I choose to do it. And I like to say resolve is great, because a lot of people say, hey, you know something? I see where you at. I see your vibe, and now I see where you're coming from. But you have to take the time to know that. Everybody wants it so quickly. So you don't know, and then automatically you assume.
It goes back to the funnel in the bag.
Yeah, I'm encouraged tonight to speak to somebody who might be in a pretty damn good relationship.
Ooh, yes.
And you know, you got somebody who's good. You got somebody who's going somewhere. You got somebody who will support you. You got somebody who come from good loins. They got a good head on their shoulders. They working hard. They want a good life.
Speak it.
Don't blow it. By cheating on them.
Do not blow it. Don't blow it.
Do not blow it by cheating on them. Here's the thing, and it works this way, and it's always going to work this way. If you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. And what comes around goes around, and you're always going to get what you deserve. You reap what you sow, and you only can harvest what you plant.
So many. It's going to come around again.
Pay attention to your own karma. And take good care of what's good already in your life.
That's true.
You know, what else can I say other than that? It is just about time for us to close out our show.
Man.
And, man, this has been a fabulous time, huh?
Hey, man, it's always.
Always.
Hour go by quick.
Yeah. This has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
Yes.
We'd like to thank our guest, Miss Queen, for being on tonight.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, and we are here every Thursday from 7 to 8, Facebook Live. Yes. And we would love for you to come back, bring your friends and family, share, like, subscribe, subscribe. We're on all the major platforms, and please, you know, get some folks to come and join you on this show. And get some of this good wisdom. This is good, rich dialogue for us to understand about our love and life.
I'm learning something too.
Yeah, so,
see? I'm learning.
So we want to thank you, folks. We love you. We appreciate you. And with that, folks, we are out.
Ain't no last calls here. Bar Talk with Jay.